They are coming, the WEF. They say we love people, we wish them no harm. So that means perhaps get ready for more tricks. These are the same people that said you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And instead of meat, eat bugs. The senior official at the World Economic Forum, WEF, recently complained that the globalist body is being criticized too much, demanding that critics deal with more important issues than conspiracy theories. In particular, Adrian Monk, the WEF's chief executive and a former journalist, criticized politicians who challenged the global body's policy proposals, particularly in Canada, where a national debate on the WEF took place in the last year amid the pandemic and energy crisis. Quote, unfortunately, Canada has been one of those places where there is a vulnerability to misinformation. It is an open society, and this particular strand of misinformation has entered the mainstream of society and politics, end quote. Monk was quoted as saying on CBC Radio's The House. And he added, quote, Canada should be talking about other things right now. We should not really be talking about the World Economic Forum based here in Geneva. This is all coming from some disinformation agencies, end quote. Monk went on to claim that the term Great Reset or Great Reboot is really just a harmless talking point created during the COVID pandemic and does not warrant any real attention. He says the idea of the Great Reset was that we should also try and get people to think and do things that would help fight climate change and help the economy, end quote. This is what he told Catherine Cullen, host of CBC's The House Radio. He said, one of the things our organization is trying to do is tell people, look beyond the 1 week, the 3 months, and maybe think about some of the longer term things you could do. That was the goal of the Great Reset in the summer of 2020, end quote. Monk said that anyone who dares to criticize the WEF is anti-Semitic. Quote, I think politicians need to look very carefully at the language they use and where some of these things they say are coming from, and whether they are coming from a place of misinformation, especially anti-Semitism. I think they should look very carefully at how they act, end quote. Well, where is the anti-Semitism coming from? I don't understand. I mean, there's even, Hebrews that are against the Great Reset, obviously. Now, as U.S. alternative media comment said, quote, of course, Monk's argument is self-misinformation. It's itself misinformation. WEF founder Klaus Schwab himself bragged that his organization, quote, went into the offices, end quote, of many governments through the Young Global Leaders program to facilitate the Great Reset policies. This fact alone is enough to dismiss his allegations, Monk's that is. In fact, this has also been revealed in European news. The Great Reset is a multifaceted initiative to deindustrialize the developed world, transform the global food system by phasing out meat in favor of insects and lab food, develop a Chinese-style social rating system, and strictly control the movements of people, all in the name of fighting climate change and preserving, quote, internationalist democracy, end quote. And this I've translated for you from a Greek article from Tikropodia. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.